now we have the hallway, well, I guess the ceiling cleared out or finished, and the hallway cleared out and the ceiling finished. How's that? Now we have that taken care of. We're ready to fill in this hallway. So over here, we're going to just do like a landing. Just to start with. Do a landing like this. And I picked up some of these amethyst blocks, because I have a bunch of those, so I kind of like that, just getting things looking pretty nice. And then I found out I have a lot of lapis, so we're going to add a little bit of blue, and some blue and purple. And then I think the rest of it is going to be kind of gray deep slate. Do the polish on the deep slate, and I think it makes a nice floor. Have that. And this hallway came out a lot nicer than I thought. I didn't think it'd be. It looks so long, but I don't know. Maybe it's the way I've got the ceiling in or something, with the long lines of lights and stuff. But I think it came out a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be, and it's not even finished. I think that's a good sign. A good sign. Well, let's run this all the way down. Really, this hole here, this takes us over to, this is where the rail system, so this is the rail that goes to the very first chamber we worked on. I need to finish that rail. And I think I have to lower it down one block so it will match the elevation of the floor in here. Because this is floor level. All of this needs to be down one block. But this is where I'm going to be digging things out. So everything's going to be dug out from here over. And then probably over to here where the wall will be. And the rail will come out of the tunnel here. And just sort of roll around until it gets over to a parking spot over here. So this will be, and then another rail system goes over there. So I have, both of them will be over here up against a nice wall right there. And then all this is going to be dug out all the way down the bedrock for this spawner. This is a hallway which runs all the way across, and it meets up with the white room. I need to work, I'm going to have to work on that. There's a few places where it's going to be more, you know, like a hall. And then like this will be more natural and left open so you can see the water and kind of enjoy the waterfalls and stuff. There's a few places like that around. And then this is going to be dug all the way up to the top. If we go up there, I can give you an idea what the future holds for this. So once I get the hallway, the pit dug, everything all, the landing and room all dug out, and all the train tracks or the rail systems all set up and hallways taken care of, I can work on the tower up here. And this tower is the fallen tower. This is the one destroyed tower that is here. For some reason it got destroyed, whether it was an earthquake or blew up or some kind of mishap. It is going to be there. So we go out here, it is over here. This is where this tower is going to be. So this is the corners. Got the corners marked off with these torches. I think, yeah, there's one there. I think this one here. So this is all going to be dug out, and then it's going to be built up. So I'll dig all this out, and then we'll build the bottom of the tower. And it's really going to be bottom of the tower up just a little ways, maybe halfway to this building up here. And then it'll be kind of like sliced off like at an angle. So like we'll have a high corner there, and then a lower one on this side, a lower one over there, and then this side will be low. And then everything from where it's cut up will be laying down this way. So like it tipped over and fell and crashed down the hill here. So I'm going to have to take the vertical building and horizontalize it, if that's a word, like a fallen tower. So we'll lay it all down, kind of crash it up. It won't have, it won't be whole. It'll just be bits and pieces, because as it fell, it smashed. So we're going to have smashed pieces here, smashed pieces over here, and it'll probably, I'll measure how tall that is and probably go a little farther. So like, because if it fell and it hit here and then hit here, and then there's part of it hanging out, so, there's like a few stories hanging out, it's not just going to lay plop, 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 plop like this. It'll probably crash and end up way over here someplace. So the top of it would be probably in this hole or laying down here. I'm going to have, so that's going to be a challenge, but I like that challenge. So we're going to see how good it looks, and then I cover it with snow and ice and that kind of stuff, because it's been there for thousands of years. So, and it's not, these are still active, so I would say there's some kind of magic or something protecting them, so they don't, like, you got the lights and stuff working, so it protects them from getting covered in snow and buried and stuff. But this one, since it's destroyed, the bottom part will be here, and there'll be piles of rubble inside of it, and then all the rubble laying down there. And then the story goes, but these have been here thousands of years, and thousands of years ago the people who built them took off, or disappeared, or died, or did something, but they're no longer here. And then hundreds of years ago, these guys showed up to put in this house over, this not a house, but this village over here, because they saw these towers and said, well, we've kind of got a little island area, so we're going to build a city here. And then one end of the city is anchored by this gatehouse, and the gatehouse is right beside the fallen tower. But part of the gatehouse is in here, where I have my access hole. I will kind of fill all this in, mostly, not all of it, but probably most of it from the bottom up, fill it to a level like here. And then from there, oh no. Oh, whew. Good thing I've got feather falling floor. But anyhow, so there'll be a platform there where it's kind of an archaeological dig where they dug out, and then they kind of got ladders or scaffolding or stairs coming down, and they'll come all the way down, and down this pit here into this area, and then kind of meet up someplace over here where there'll be a little kind of a little camp, more of a stone camp based on the hot springs villagers or the city people who came down here. And this is where their scientists or stuff, kind of gathered to investigate the rest of the city here. So I'm going to have to build this out like I would normally build it, and then kind of destroy it a little bit, because I'm going to have to throw some rubble down here at the bottom of this pit, maybe some rubble sitting on the side over here, and then part of this taken over with a makeshift archaeology camp, because they're doing archaeology studies of everything just to see what's going on and explore it. So that is my plan. We'll see how good that works out and how that looks. But to start with, I need to come through here and fill in the hallway. I think this is going to be pretty straightforward. God. All these. And on the sides, we'll have this polished. There we go. And this is going to be the end, I think, right here. This is going to be where I'm going to do this. This is where the edge of the pit goes. And I may actually have to dig this out a little bit farther. We'll see. We'll see that. Definitely going to dig it out there. So this would be right here. Yeah, so this is going to be the end of the hallway proper. Will end right about here someplace. That. I guess this is a supplemental hallway. And maybe I can carry this roof on in this whole thing. So I push this beam. They've got this beam coming across here. I can just push that all the way along this wall here. And push those beams across. So kind of tie all that in. Well, earlier this week I ordered some stuff from Amazon. I know it's what? Yeah, it's not Minecraft related, but just want to vent because I'm like waiting for the order. It's like, where's it at? Where is it at? And so I checked the status, and because I forgot, you know, you can check the status on Amazon. It shows you where it is. It says, okay, post office got it. It was in post office. They're out for delivery, and then it was said like unable to deliver because the driveway or porch was blocked, which is crap. That's just utter crap because the porch is not blocked. I'm looking, you know, the porch is right out there. It's full. There's people, you know, people were here all week, so it's not like they couldn't knock on the door and give it to somebody. The driveway was not blocked because I've been using the driveway, so how the heck can it be blocked? It's like, I don't know. It's like, and normally if you do that, they put like this little sticker, or not sticker, but like a little yellow slip in the mailbox, so you know it's like, oh, go to the post office and pick it up because our mail carrier is too lazy to actually deliver the mail. And that's what I think it is, because for some reason the mail carrier does not want to deliver packages to my house. They just put a slip in and leave it at the mailbox. Sometimes I don't even think they bring it with them when they show up. Because I don't know, it just, maybe it's just pure laziness on the mail lady's part. I mean, I see her driving around. She doesn't get out of the car. Well, she does get out of the car for some people, because I noticed like my neighbor, she will take the packages and drop it and deliver it to them. But if I have a package, nope, won't do that. I'm looking at the package, and the package is like, it said, unable to deliver. Oh yeah, it said, the driveway was blocked, and this was on both. One of them is just said, oh, the driveway was blocked. The other one actually said driveway was blocked, and then 1 minute later it was logged that the mailbox was full. Well, I know the mailbox was full. Not full, because on the day they were delivering, I remember what I got, and I got 2 letters. I got, you know, so it's, my mailbox is big enough to hold. I got a big mailbox, so I don't have to worry about this. And it had 2 bills in it, because I remember the letters, because they were bills. It's like, I just frustrates. I just think the mail lady's just lazy and does not want to deliver stuff to my house. Or for some reason they just doesn't like us. Although never talked to her, never met her. I barely even see her because she just zips by in her little car and delivers the mail. Doesn't ever, you know. And these aren't big items, so they will fit in the mailbox. Because I've gotten them before, and they fit in the mailbox. This time, nope. So now I've got to run down to the post office. see if I can find them. But they didn't give me a slip. So the idiot who runs the post office, I would use other words, but I'm trying to be kind because he's not very pro. Because when I get the little yellow slip, it says, here's your package, we couldn't deliver it, please pick it up. So you give the so you give the little note to the postmaster, and then they go back and they get it off the shelf and they give it to you. Well, every time, and I've done this multiple times, I go in there, give him the slip. He literally stands there for seconds looking at it like he's never seen the thing before. It's like, what is this? And he just stares at it and then kind of slowly turns around and slurps off into the background to go get the mail. And then he looks at one shelf. He goes over and looks at another shelf. Then he looks at the third shelf. And then he goes back to the first shelf. And then he finds it. And then he comes over and slowly barcodes it. And kind of types in the computer for a little bit. Goes over and, you know, gets everything. And finally, and he really doesn't say anything at all. And then he just sort of hands it to me. And then that's it. I mean, he doesn't say like, good morning, sir, how are you doing? Oh, I see you have a package. Let me see if I can go find that for you. It was like a real person would, or somebody. And I've been to other post offices. Some of those people are really nice. But the ones we have here, he's just, I think he's, so that's why I just think he's maybe just lazy. It's hard, but maybe he's, every time I see it, I just think of Newman from Seinfeld, who just has the job but doesn't, you know, it's just going to keep the job because he doesn't want it. He's not going to do the job. He wants the job. Just pitiful. But he's not as vocal and annoying as Newman. I mean, he just doesn't say anything. It's just not a good situation. But I just had to complain about it. Where else am I going to complain about? Well, I've complained to my wife, and she does not want to hear it anymore. Like, she knows. I know he's an idiot. Let's not deal with it. It's just a matter of just give it up. It's like, it's not going to get any better. Not going to improve. Although I think she's going to go down and pick up the packages. We don't have the slips. I don't know. We'll see how hard it is to get it. But she was expecting the packages, so maybe sicking her on him. But that might be fun to watch. Maybe I don't actually have to do it. She's gonna go down and do it, but still, I shouldn't have to because the package will fit in my mailbox. Trust me. You know what it is. You know it's gonna fit. You know, for the price they pay for stamps. Although I don't pay for postage, Amazon pays for it. I guess I do pay for postage with Amazon Prime, but holy cow, the amount of postage I get for free from Amazon, I don't know how they can afford it. They must have a special deal with the post office or something, because it's, you know, some of these things I'm ordering is like, I've seen, you look at the postage, because I'll look them up not without my account when they're not on Prime, and you know, it's like $10 shipping and handling, $5 shipping and handling, $15 shipping and handling, and then you get it free for Prime. So, but you add all that up, it's my Prime membership is not that much. What am I thinking? I think that's a different floor. Now I've got to think of the walls, because I was not thinking of this pattern or this color palette for the walls. So now I'm going to have to think that out and figure out what to do for the walls. I think I'm going to end things there. I've rambled on, wasted time. I guess it's not wasting time. It's my therapy session for you. Welcome to therapy with Let's Play. Let's Play Therapy. I know it's a little different than normally. I'm just describing what I'm doing, so hopefully didn't tune all you out, or you all didn't tune out too much. But I will want to thank you all for watching. Thank you. Appreciate listening to me complain about my mailman. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.